Want to see how I train a #1 overall pick? Well, today I got the man Casey Mize for the Detroit Tigers coming through for a big league leg day. Stay tuned, check this one out. Before we dive in, let me give you some background on what we're trying to accomplish here. We're about halfway through the offseason right now. Beginning of the offseason, we laid a foundation with our slow eccentrics, our isometric exercises. Now, since he's building up, he's ramping up to 2 bullpens a week. What matters most this time of year, since we already laid the foundation, is how he's performing during his bullpens. He's working on a lot of stuff with his pitches, trying to implement some new, styles, new grips, all of that. So his workload on the mound, his skill acquisition is picking up. So my job in the weight room is to prepare him for those pens. So no longer, we don't want to make him extremely sore when he goes out and does the pens. We just want to give him as little stimulus as possible to still make good adaptations for spring training, but also allow him to be fresh and ready to rock on his bullpen days on Tuesday, Thursday. So we're dialing back the volume a little bit in the weight room. Intensity is still gonna be high, but like I said, I don't want him sore coming Tuesday, Friday. So if you look, the theme of the day is fast twitch, snappy. If I looked at Mize's face through all this workout, it should be nice, stoic. He shouldn't be grinding it out, thinking how effortlessly can we produce power? So when we go in, put weight on the bar for our split squats, we're moving it fast. So I like to go on RIR, so reps in reserve. So if it's 5 sets of 4 reps here on the split squats, I'm saying, hey, save 4 in the tank. So you could probably do 8 every set, move it clean, go down controlled, explode up. So I'm not too worried about the weight on the bar during these exercises. I'm worried about the intensity at which he does them. As always, starting off with a movement prep. If you've been following me for a while, you know kind of what that entails. An exercise of importance, though, is this glute bridge march on the power plate. Mize last year had a little bit of a hamstring issue, okay? That has cleared up. The reason being is before we put him in positions, right, before we throw him into a training session, we are priming that hamstring very specifically and very detailed to build that mind-muscle connection that, hey, the hamstring's there, the hamstring's warmed up, I can go ahead and put force through this. Sometimes when guys go through injuries, it's always on the back of their mind that that injury is there. Now, if we teach, if we prime the body and show them that that injury is okay, and we do that through those specific exercises, they're gonna be a lot better and be more athletic when they go to, produce force in a lateral jump, produce force in a split squat, produce force out on the mound, etc. So all that is, yeah, we're increasing core temperature like a regular movement prep, but we're also just telling him, hey, this hamstring's okay, I can grip and rip for this session. So we'll go glute bridge, hips as high as you can. From here, we're just gonna do little marches, one at a time. We're gonna go 30 seconds. Hips high, hips high. After that movement prep, next we're going into a central nervous system primer like always. Today we have dumbbell pogo jumps. We're gonna do regular bilateral ones, and then we're gonna go high with it. So short through the ankle, then we're gonna use the knee for a set of 10. After that, we're gonna go split stance, okay? And then after that, we're gonna go catcher or jockey squat. So like I said, with these low amplitude plyometrics in the beginning of the video, we want to see Mize's face completely turn off. He's thinking gazelle, he's thinking tendons, he's thinking snappy. Same thing with the primer happens if you go mow your lawn. Take the lawnmower out of the shed for the first time all winter, you're gonna have to go ahead and press on that primer to get the gas rolling through the engine. Same thing happens with our nervous system. These low amplitudes, these quick twitch exercises we can do before the training session is gonna allow him to tap into more strength and power throughout the remainder of the workout. Through the ankles for 10. Height for 10. Bend at the knees more. So we're thinking ankle, then we're thinking ankle and knee. Now let's move on to the power block. We went ahead, hit the power bear squat as fast as we can, staying on our toes, triple extension, going through the ankle, the hip, the knee. Then we supersetted that with those repeated vertical jumps over the hurdle. The goal there was short ground contact phase or amortization phase. I'm telling them, hey, think about the floor as lava. You're trying to kiss it and explode up. So how much force can you produce with as little ground contact as possible? We're gonna go over Kaiser. We're gonna hit 4 quick. Come over here, pop, 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 stick the landing.
Bilateral on the Kaiser?
Yep, bilateral on both. Now we're moving on to the strength block. Not gonna get carried away, like I said before. He's hitting sets of 4 here, but I told him, hey, you could probably easily hit 6, maybe even 8 reps. We're just moving this thing efficiently. Then after, we're pairing it with the corrective exercise. That split squat's gonna pull him into flexion. So we're just hitting a Mackenzie press up, get him back going into extension. Right here, easy does it. Try not to grab the pins. If you need to, you can. We'll come up. Slow, 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 come up. Slow, 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 come up. 5 sets of 4 reps each leg. We'll keep track of our weights.
I kept the faith, keeping the faith. I know you got it. Yeah, out of my way, give me some space, just family around me. Yeah, putting in work, won't say a word till they announce it. Hey, determined to get it, I'm focused and driven. What you know about it? Thanks to the sun. Hey, you see the melanin? Yeah, we just begun. Yeah, in my element. Came through clean looking like a president. Martinelli porn, we celebrating with elegance. Yes, it's for the women you see by my side. She gave me reason to fight. Yes, mama, we made it. I know that you proud. Dad always told me.
So the reason I like to go from a reverse lunge, Bulgarian split squat, whatever it may be, to this extension exercise I call Mackenzie press up is because it works you back in the opposite direction. In the reverse lunge, it wants to pull you into flexion. So it's always good as you start getting heavier and heavier loads, especially throughout the off season, to pair that immediately with a corrective or an extension exercise to keep everything neutral. For the last block of the day, we move on to accessory work. This is your smaller joint style stuff. We spent a lot of time on a posterior chain with this circuit, and it's just good to go ahead and fill up the legs, right, with blood. Mize likes that feeling when he's on the mount, to sit on those big meaty legs that he has to produce that power. So also it's a good way to build hypertrophy at the end of a training session as well. But we didn't get too carried away here. We hit a posterior chain move. We hit a bilateral double leg goblet squat. Then we went ahead and was very, very strict on the reverse crunch, pulling the hip flexors up to the stomach. We did 3 rounds of that, 10 reps on every single exercise, and that was the workout.
10 toes down, let the truth out, roll the vision out, everything I see, never holding out. Yeah. I jumped in, no life vest, cooking up heat, let them digest. But I don't wanna fall, so I pride check. Let me get back to it, I'ma digress. And I know we got plans for me. Stretch my hands, expand my reach. On autopilot. Life's a trip, had to let them drive it, now I'm spirit flying.
So that's a wrap. The workout lasted about an hour. We didn't get too carried away with it. You know, sometimes as a strength coach, you always wanna, you know, come in, kill these guys, kill these guys, kill these guys. But you gotta understand that they're not weightlifters, okay? They're going out, they're pitchers, they're hitters, they're baseball players. So if we do, you know, something crazy in the weight room that makes them sore for their, you know, skill acquisition or skill work, they're not getting anything out of it during the off season. So we want to make sure these guys are fresh. We're giving them as little stimulus as possible for them to, you know, reap the benefits or get adaptation that's going to help them in their sport. At the beginning of the off season, yeah, we can go ahead, kind of crush them a little bit to build that foundation. But here after the new year, these guys got to report pitchers and catchers February 13th. So we don't have unlimited time. We're gonna go ahead, dose them with what we can to keep them on their linear progression, but not gonna kill them to where their legs are dead, arms dead when they throw their bullpens. It's just order of importance, common sense when it comes down to it. So hopefully you liked that video. Hopefully you liked that routine with the first overall draft pick, Casey Mize, looking forward to the success he has this year with the Detroit Tigers. If you want a workout specifically designed for baseball or softball performance, go ahead, click the link in the description. We have year-round programs, no matter what age group you are. We have youth, high school, college, and pro programs running year-round on our Summers Method Plus app. You can go ahead, click the link in the description below, start your 7-day free trial. And always remember, pumping out weekly content on this channel. Do us a favor and subscribe for us. Appreciate you. Catch you next week. Game rewards the grind. It knows how much you invested.